Arizona. Arizona does not welcome visitors with softness. It opens with hot desert winds brushing across your face, with the scent of dust carried through the dry air, and with towering red rock walls that rise as if the earth itself were still in the middle of carving its own landscape. Here, the scenery is not something you simply look at. It demands to be felt through your skin, through the rhythm of your heartbeat, and through the deep, surrounding silence. This is not a land of lush green meadows or gentle streams. Arizona is both a test of endurance and a reward for those willing to step into its raw and powerful environment. The sunlight here does more than illuminate the land. It transforms massive sandstone formations into natural furnaces, radiating a dense warmth that feels as if it carries the weight of geological time. Towering saguaro cacti stand like ancient sentinels across the desert, quietly guarding the stories and traditions of indigenous cultures that have lived on this land for thousands of years. To explore Arizona's most striking landscapes is to step into a direct dialogue between humanity and the rugged honesty of nature. Watching the spectrum of light move across layers of ancient rock, and understanding why Arizona is often seen as one of the planet's most raw and elemental landscapes. Monument Valley. Situated along the natural border between Arizona and Utah, Monument Valley appears as a distinct and powerful section of the Colorado Plateau, covering more than 36,000 acres of open desert landscape. This is not merely a geographical scene, but the result of geological forces that have been shaping the land for hundreds of millions of years. The towering red sandstone formations seen today are the remnants left behind after the uplift of the Earth's crust and the persistent erosion caused by wind, water, and time. Each rock formation rising alone from the vast desert plain stands as a visible testament to those invisible forces. Over countless ages, nature has carved and refined these structures into the monumental shapes that define the valley today. Iconic formations such as the East and West Mitten Buttes and Merrick Butte rise more than 300 meters above the valley floor, their massive silhouettes dominating the surrounding desert. The sandstone's deep red color comes primarily from iron oxide within the rock itself. This mineral composition gives Monument Valley its distinctive tone, which continuously shifts depending on the angle and intensity of sunlight throughout the day. For the observer, Monument Valley does not overwhelm with noise or movement. Instead, it leaves an impression through an almost complete silence, an immense stillness that seems to stretch across the entire horizon. As sunset approaches, the shadows of the towering stone columns extend for miles across the fine desert sand, creating a striking contrast between the small scale of human presence and the vast power of the natural landscape. At the heart of this land lies a deep cultural connection with the Navajo people. For them, the valley is known as Sebi-Nzizgai, meaning Valley of the Rocks. It is part of the Navajo Nation Reservation, where contemporary life continues to coexist with deep respect for traditional values and the original character of the land. Sparse desert shrubs and resilient cacti rooted in the red sand are not merely vegetation, but living examples of survival within the harsh desert climate. The rhythm of Monument Valley is governed by light itself. At midday, the intense desert sun strikes directly downward, revealing every ridge, crack, and texture across the vertical rock faces. But as evening falls, the shifting spectrum of light gradually transforms the landscape. The sandstone formations seem to darken, moving slowly from blazing orange tones into deeper shades of purple and shadow. Within this immense space, the noise of modern life fades away beneath the endless sky and the quiet strength of ancient stone. Time itself feels slower here, measured only by the gradual movement of shadows across the desert floor. Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is not a destination meant for casual observation from distant viewpoints along the rim. A true understanding of its scale begins only when one descends into the canyon itself, where some of the planet's oldest rock layers are exposed after millions of years of geological transformation. Stretching roughly 446 kilometers in length and averaging about 16 kilometers in width, the canyon forms a vast system of steep-walled chasms where the physical presence of the landscape is felt with every step. Fine red dust clings to clothing, the dry Arizona heat presses against the skin, and towering rock walls rising thousands of meters above create an overwhelming sense of scale rarely experienced anywhere else on Earth. Far below, the Colorado River continues its quiet work. For more than 6 million years, this powerful river has carved its way through layers of sandstone and limestone before reaching ancient crystalline bedrock that dates back billions of years. The deeper one travels into the canyon, the more clearly the geological history of the Earth reveals itself, with sedimentary layers stacked like open pages of a massive stone archive. The air grows heavier, and temperatures gradually rise with each meter of descent, demanding physical endurance from those who venture deeper. This journey is not simply a change in elevation. It is a passage through distinct climate zones and ecosystems. Plant life here clings to survival. Drought-resistant agave plants and hardy desert cacti grip the dry canyon walls, standing as living proof of biological resilience in an environment that offers little mercy. The Grand Canyon does not exist merely for entertainment or scenic admiration. It is a monumental display of geological power, processes unfolding across millions of years. In this place, the human presence feels remarkably small beside the towering vertical cliffs, structures that existed long before human civilizations appeared. silence within the canyon is only occasionally broken by wind moving through narrow rock corridors or the distant rush of the river below, creating an atmosphere of raw wilderness. Visitors do not come here to conquer the canyon, but to witness the endurance of the planet itself, recorded in the enduring cuts carved by time. The wave. Hidden deep within Coyote Butte's north, part of the Vermilion Cliffs National Monument in Arizona, the wave stands as a remarkable example of the intersection between physical laws and the slow passage of geological time. This is not merely a visually striking landscape. From a geological perspective, the wave is a sandstone formation created from fossilized sand dunes dating back roughly 190 million years to the Jurassic period. Over millions of years, layers of sediment were compressed and solidified. Gradual erosion caused by wind and seasonal rain slowly exposed the surface, revealing flowing stone patterns that appear almost as precise as mathematical curves. These sweeping lines move rhythmically across the rock, giving the impression of a flowing wave frozen in time. The chemical composition of the sandstone, particularly the uneven distribution of minerals such as iron and manganese, creates the distinctive bands of color that range from mustard yellow and earthy orange to deep red. Sunlight entering the narrow sandstone corridors produces a constantly shifting optical effect. Depending on the time of day, the stone patterns can appear sharply defined or softly diffused, dramatically altering how depth and space are perceived. Because the sandstone here is extremely fragile, human access is tightly controlled through a strict daily permit system. This protection helps preserve rock layers that in some areas are only a few millimeters thick, preventing damage from external pressure. Within this environment, ecological elements are reduced almost to their minimum. There is no shade from trees, no surface water, and very little sign of life. The wave exists like a surreal structure within a vast desert of stone. Its profound silence draws the observer's attention entirely to the abstract geometry and raw surface textures of the formation. As visitors move along the smooth, wave-like ridges of sandstone, the sense of ordinary reality seems to fade. What remains is a direct interaction between human perception and the ancient geological forms surrounding it. The wave is not simply a destination. It is a visual experiment, revealing that nature does not operate randomly, but follows an intricate set of natural patterns shaped patiently over millions of years. Lake Powell. At Lake Powell, the boundary between the stillness of the desert and the living rhythm of flowing water begins to fade. This vast reservoir is the second largest man-made lake in the United States, created when the Colorado River was held back by the construction of Glen Canyon Dam. With its immense capacity, deep blue water winds through narrow sandstone canyons, forming a striking physical contrast between the heat stored in the red rock cliffs and the cool depth of the lake. With more than 3,000 kilometers of shoreline, longer than the entire U.S. West Coast, Lake Powell is essentially a gigantic geological maze. Towering sandstone walls rise above emerald-colored water, their reflections stretching across the calm surface. Traveling by boat into the flooded side canyons offers a direct experience of how natural elements interact here. Gentle waves tap against the hull, their echoes traveling through narrow corridors of stone where canyon walls sometimes stand only a few meters apart. Sunlight filtering through cracks high above casts shifting bands of light across the canyon walls, revealing sediment layers shaped and carved by water over thousands of years. In this landscape, the contrast between the solid permanence of stone and the fluid motion of water creates a multi-layered spatial experience that constantly changes depending on the angle and movement of the boat. The presence of abundant water in the middle of the desert has also reshaped the local ecosystem. Vegetation along the shoreline has become more lush, with willows and desert oaks growing along the banks, providing habitat for wildlife. Birds of prey, such as bald eagles, can often be seen gliding above the high canyon cliffs. A true sense of discovery emerges when travelers venture deeper into unnamed side canyons, where the neat lines of maps give way to the overwhelming scale of reality. Lake Powell is more than a reservoir or piece of water infrastructure. It represents a redefinition of the landscape itself. A place where the enduring strength of ancient rock and the persistent vitality of water meet in an ongoing dialogue shaped by time. Sedona and Cathedral Rock. The final stop on this journey through Arizona brings us to Sedona, a place where geological formations are not only meant to be admired from a distance, but experienced through movement and exploration. The trails leading up to Cathedral Rock demand real physical effort. Hands and feet pressed directly against sandstone warmed by the desert sun, making the climb an intimate encounter with the land itself. Sedona is not a destination built around conventional relaxation. Instead, it invites physical engagement, encouraging motion and effort as a path toward balance and clarity. Here, towering red rock formations rich in iron rise sharply against the deep blue sky. Many visitors believe the area possesses unique geomagnetic qualities, often referred to as energy vortices, thought to promote a sense of calm and heightened awareness through the quiet intensity of the surrounding landscape. The fatigue from the climb often fades the moment one reaches the windswept summit. From above, the entire Verde Valley unfolds beneath the horizon, offering a sweeping view that replaces exhaustion with a surprising sense of mental clarity. Sedona's ecosystem is a remarkable blend of environments. Lush pine forests coexist with sunburned desert rock, creating a landscape where the cool moisture of woodland and the dry heat of the desert exist side by side. Temperature shifts and air pressure differences between the rock formations generate steady breezes that move through the canyons, bringing a refreshing sensation and sharpening the senses. As the light of day softens toward evening, Cathedral Rock begins to glow with its most intense colors. The sandstone cliffs reflect the final rays of sunlight, radiating deep red and orange hues that make the formation appear almost like a source of energy rising from the valley. This moment is not simply an aesthetic experience. It becomes a reminder of the connection between the human body and the geological pulse of the Earth itself. Sedona does not promise passive rest. Instead, it offers renewal through movement and engagement with the landscape. The journey ends here not with exhaustion, but with a powerful sense of restored energy, an unspoken preparation for whatever paths lie ahead. Arizona is not a place meant to be rushed through. It is a land that stays in memory through the red dust clinging to your clothes and the awe inspired by geological formations shaped far beyond the scale of human time. From silent stone monuments rising from desert plains, to the immense erosive power hidden within deep canyons, to radiant cliffs glowing under the evening sun. Each landscape tells a living chapter of the planet's endurance and raw beauty. What we witness here is not simply scenery, but the history of the Earth carved into rock and water. The true value of this journey lies in our willingness to step into these landscapes and experience them directly, without the need for extravagant words. If these destinations have sparked your curiosity, take a moment to like the video and share your thoughts in the comments below. Many more journeys into remarkable landscapes are waiting ahead. Thank you for traveling with us, and we'll see you in the next exploration.